Any other answer for today's? The topic is COVID-19 anxiety. There are two terms you may hear in your general interactions with other members. Recent days in the newspaper, you can find out the particular term called COVID-19 anxiety. And there is one more, generally we may know that anxiety. What is the basic difference between these two terms? That's my question. The answer, you can just tell me the answer. Okay, no. So one person said, I don't know the answer. Okay. There are two persons said no. What about others? So you all know the answer. Specifically related to COVID. Okay. It is related to their health and life loss. Okay. Any other? Any others?
Basically, we say anxiety is the extreme fear of something that is going to happen in future. So if we compare this to COVID, we might say, "Ayyo, அது எனக்கு வந்துருமோ." அந்த மாதிரி பயம் கூட இருக்கலாம்.
So anticipation about something, am I right?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they are not living the present life, but thinking about the future, and they are living for the future. That leaves the mindset. Am I right?
Yeah, sir. Kind of.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Any others?
Sir, for the COVID, accept the reality.
Okay. Accept the reality. Okay.
Yeah. It is not affected one person. It is affected the whole world.
Yes. So realization, sir, do you think that realization that anxiety will be predominantly common among around the world, that will make them to not feel anxious? Do you think that?
No, if you are able to realize the situation, we can reduce the anxiety, in my opinion.
Okay. So what you are saying, that reality therapy, in that way I can take it. So any other inputs?
So good evening. Good evening,
Yes.
Anita here. You're not able to predict the situation. There's a fear whether you have actually infected the virus or not. So you're not very sure whether you have the virus, and you will be sick and ill. And in fact, I think the unpredictability of the situation, because you don't have proper vaccinations, people are not very sure about what kind of vaccinations will be there. So I think the fear is more there. Because of the unpredictable situation. We do not know what is going to happen in the next day, and we do not know whether people are symptomatic or asymptomatic. So we are not very clear about the situation. That can lead to more of sort of panic, and people are not in a position to go through the grieving process also when when they have lost their near and dear ones. So that can be another thing. Financial problems can be another reason why they could have that sort of fear also, sir. So that is one more thing.
Yeah, I got that answer. I think you are given that holistically exactly what I'm thinking in my mind. You placed here. And that virus, COVID-19 virus, we are not having the clarity about that. Even the people who've taken the 2 doses of COVID vaccine and they got COVID-19. These are the things are there, and there are some of the places are saying that, and this is it's not a original virus. It's something, it is different. It's like quite normal thing, that understanding about the virus vary from person to person. That makes some people more anxious. Unpredictability.
Yes, and more than that, you have variants also now, sir. You have more variants now coming in. So they are not in a position to understand what kind of symptoms. In fact, the symptoms that everyone has given, the WHO, the symptoms have been changing over a period of time.
Yeah, very true. In the first day, they given that only 3 symptoms, but now we can find out more than 8 or 9 classifications they include in the World Health Organization itself. I think lovely understanding about the virus. Okay, now we'll move on to the topic. And now I would like to add on one more question here, and then we will get into the topic here. Whether the anxiety, irrespective of anxiety, it may be test anxiety, it may be a COVID-19 anxiety, it may be an anxiety of meeting somebody else, or anxiety of getting into the social interactions, whatever it may be, do you think that there are different set of strategy we will adopt for making that managing the anxiety, or if it is an irrespective of the type of anxiety, the anxiety management strategies are common? What's your take on that? Do you agree that whatever may be the anxiety, we are having that a common set of anxiety management techniques? That is the one set. The another set of people, they are come up with that. No. For test anxiety, we are having a dedicated strategy we have to use. For social anxiety, we have to use a dedicated management strategy. So there is no common strategy we are going to adopt for anxiety. So what's your answer for that?
Every human is unique, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes.
we have to give the different strategies for different people, because one strategy will be useful for another.
Okay.
So according to their situation and their mind capacity and their family situation, surroundingness, society mind, and also the total consciousness of their mind, we
Okay.
have to give the solution to them. Otherwise, that action management strategy will be in vain. So we have to get that in our points, sir.
Yeah, I agree with you, Manikavalli, ma'am. As you said, right, you pointed out that we individuals are different from one and another. That's why you have to use a specific strategy for each person. But for anxiety, if there is any a dedicated component is for that individual wise, as per my knowledge, the strategies are not for individual wise. The strategies are available for common anxiety only. For example, we don't want to get into that the scientific way of managing anxiety. Generally, if a person in our family get into anxiety, what kind of strategy they will adopt? What they will adopt? What they will do in our family? Especially in your mother. When you're getting more anxious, more the heart palpitations are very high. So what kind of strategy your mother will take?
To my mother,
Yeah. Yes,
I
there
will
is an answer
consult
here.
her.
Yeah, there is one answer I received, ma'am. I'll say and then you can go ahead. Ms. Vijay Priya said that mom will say that go and sit, calm down, and take a water. So this is the strategy almost all the mothers are following. So what's your answer for that?
Breathing.
Yeah, breathing exercise, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
And sleep is also better for reduced anxiety.
Lovely. Sleeping, okay.
Mm.
So before preparing these slides, I have gone through 8 to 9 organizations and their COVID-19 anxiety and management strategies. And each one they come up with a different perspective, and all the approaches I just made and consolidated all these strategy, and we are going to discuss here. As Monica Madam said that the individuals are unique, so we have to adapt unique strategy. Yes, I agree with that, but generally the anxiety, irrespective of its types, maybe on test anxiety, it may be on health anxiety, it may be on social anxiety, whatever it may be. We can notice that when we notice that there is one more component is called organic and organic brain. Okay, there are sympathetic and parasympathetic system will be activated. When the sympathetic systems are activated, it is protecting us. We feel more anxious. When you see the snake in front of you, we get more anxious. Am I right? We frighten and then we get more anxiety. So any kind of new situation, any places which we feel more uncomfortable, in any place we anticipate something and we are not getting any clarity about that, we will get anxiety. These are the situations we will get into anxiety. But for management strategies, there are many strategies are there. Yes. There are many management strategies are there for managing our anxiety, irrespective of the different types. And I'm going to spell out nearly 30 to 40 management strategies. Okay. For example, I will give one example. Some people, when they listen to music, when they close with nature, they feel that their anxiety comes down. They feel more calm, more peaceful in the mind. But there are some people, they don't like nature and they don't like music at all. For those kind of people, when we suggest these strategies, and definitely it will not work for them. There are some other strategies will work for them. So I'm going to just present you. There are many strategies are available managing that anxiety. You can take any strategy which you feel more comfortable. That way, we have to rely on that person-centered therapy. Carl Rogers said that as a counselor, you have to list out that, okay, these are the options in front of you. Ask the client, they have to take the action first. They have to select that any one of the strategy. They have to make the decision which one they are going to use first. So I'm going to make that way only. I'm going to present there are different anxiety management strategy which is known to all, and the technical terms for that it is totally different. I'm going to give that layman perspective, a common man who can understand these strategy, they can adapt to overcome the anxiety or manage their anxiety. Okay. First, we will understand what is anxiety. Okay. When we find that generally, when we find a threat, there is a threat there. Our body's response to that particular threat, we can say that it is an anxiety. So that is an anxiety. But now we can add at one more component, our physical, mental component also involved in the anxiety process. Both physical and mental process also involved in the process. And you take statistics over here, the COVID-19 and the anxiety. If you ask me that before COVID-19, there is no anxiety, yes, we had an anxiety. But the percentage of anxiety before COVID, it is only 15%. But after COVID-19, the pandemic is known to many of us, the anxiety level is multifolded. That means twice the existing anxiety level we already had. So 29%. Increase into 29%. Likewise, in depression also, anxiety level 29 to 72%. Anxiety before COVID-19 is on 29, after COVID-19 is on 72%. Depression before COVID-19 is on 15%, after COVID-19 is on 40%. So the number of percentage is increasing day by day. But when it comes to that anxiety, it is a multifold. And when we take the WhatsApp group, when we take the social media, we are getting n number of messages and we are not able to rely on that which one is true. Which information is true. That itself create an anxiety in a person. That itself create anxiety in a person. And there are many symptoms. I'm going to, when you take the physical, emotional, I'm not going to classify the symptoms. I'm going to mention only these common symptoms we can find out. When you hold your hand in your chest, you can find out. Your fast and your heart rate, we can find out. The sound will be very fast and then your heartbeat will be very fast. And the breathing also very high. So the person who are angry, aggressive, that kind of breathing we can see. And sweating will be there. They feel more tired. These are the common symptoms a person who experiences anxiety. And now, I'm going to, irrespective of COVID-19 or whatever it may be, I referred some of the inputs we told here that also agreed, and I'm going to spell out some of the anxiety management strategies. The breathing strategy. Breathing is an amazing technique we can overcome that anxiety. I still remember, I hope, I don't know. Have you ever done these things? When you feel something more anxious, take a deep breath 3 times and then exhale through your mouth. And when you look at that, we feel more relaxed. That is the first step we have to take. And many people, they are not aware about that. Taking breathing will help us to calm down. It helps us to manage our anxiety. When we do these things, we have to watch our breathing. Okay. Close your eyes and then when you inhale, just notice your breathing and you feel that your heartbeat, sometimes in the beginning when you notice that, you can find out that heartbeat are increasing, it's going up. But once you slow breathing and you can feel that your heartbeat comes down. Not immediately, it takes few minutes, a few seconds. At least 30 to 40 seconds it will take to calm down and you feel more relaxed. When you do the breathing exercise, what is happening? As I said, when we are anxious, sympathetic nervous systems are activated. That's why we are experiencing anxiety. But when you do this breathing, it activates parasympathetic system. That's why you feel more calm. We are not feel anxious. When the person in your family, anybody, when they receive a call from the government office and they are saying that we found that you are COVID-19 positive patient, and they will be more anxious because there are many things comes in their mind. There will be isolation in the family. There is a high chance whether we are going to be live or not, whether we are going to get oxygen bed or not. There are many things that will make them more anxious. During that time, ask them calm down. There are many people are said that the people with high level of stress and anxiety, we can find the level of cortisol level in the blood is high. When the cortisol level is high, and we can find out the person's immunity system will be comes down. The best way we can fight against the coronavirus is you have to control the cortisol level. That means don't get anxious and stress. So you can do immediately. You can do the breathing exercise, and there are certain in the breathing exercise itself. We can name it thousands of breathing exercises are there. Some people they inhale in your one nostril and then exhale in another nostril. Inhale in your mouth and exhale in your nostril. You can do anything, and you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then inhale and then exhale. You can do any kind of thing. When we do these things, when you do these breathing exercises, you must feel more comfortable. You feel more comfortable, it will make us very cool and calm. That's the best strategy you can adapt. When I think we were associated with Madurai Corporation to provide COVID-19 anxiety counseling. The first thing, when the person, when they were contacted, they will say that I don't know what, where they are. I think some people are more depressed and frustrated, and they will make us, I don't know whether I will be alive or not. So what I have to do that? My heartbeats are very high. These are the person they will put into that telecounselor. And we inform the telecounselor that ask them to relax. First ask them to relax. Before going to just spell out other information, ask them to watch the breathing for at least 3 minutes. 3 times. When they watch 3 times, then you can ask them to get into other information and we can direct them. And we will teach them how you can manage your breathing. For example, when you feel that your virus is there inside is an only 10%, you can just remove the anxiety by breathing, by imagine. When we make the person mentally strong and the person can fight against the virus, what we can say them, when they're breathing in, ask them to imagine that all the positive energy are going inside. When they inhale, they have to imagine that all the positive energy are going, and when they exhale, they have to imagine that all the negative energy are going out. So this is the first thing we will inform them. When we focus these things, and the thought will not go to anywhere else, they are fixing on one thing. So that we can suggest to the person, anybody who got into virus. And next one is why we are getting anxiety during this period, and we have to understand that there are 3 types of classifications are there regarding COVID-19. One is mild, moderate, and severe. It is a mild. The doctors itself, they are suggesting us what we can do, that we have to plan in a way whether the environment is conducive for the person for home quarantine. If it is not there, we have to prepare the person to the next place. We have to propose the place to the next place. Where there are Siddha means the government, I don't know, if you have gone through the website of Tamil Nadu government, they given that mild level means they are sending all these people to Siddha medications, where they are given the immunity boosters and they are giving the regular exercise. They are preparing them for counter the virus by building the thing. Once when they found that there is a progress, when they were doing the preparation, when they practice, when they found there is a progress, and they will send them to home. And if they are severity level from mild to moderate level, and they will send to that the nearby doctor. And where before that, if the person fall under the category mild category, the doctor and the Siddha and Ayurvedic medicines are prescribed to the client, to the person who are affected with COVID-19. When the person has shortage of oxygen and when the person feels they're uncomfortable, they are moving to the allopathy, a moderate level. Moderate level itself, the medication will be started, and from there to there is a group which is very less in number. We can find out as per my knowledge in Madurai, and where the people are prescribed by medicines, and in that group, the person is really need of more oxygen or more care for the person, individual care, and they are shifting to the ICU center. ICU means that has a facility for having the oxygen. So make a plan and we have to practice. I can say that don't panic. When someone in your family who come to know that the person is COVID positive, all the members will get anxious. Find out, suppose we have to pre-plan itself. Plan now itself. Okay, because when someone is got into COVID-19 positive, what we can do that? Plan, you can do that. If there is a space, we have to just make a space for the person for quarantine. If it is not available, you check with that. You can make a call to the government, 104, or almost all the corporation or the local bodies, they are having the toll-free numbers, health toll-free numbers. When you make a call to them, and they will guide you what are the things we can do, where they will give the number of beds are available where and where, and these details we can access. And suppose if you don't know how to contact them, you can ask the volunteer. There are as per my knowledge, in Madurai Corporation, what they are doing that the particular area, they will randomly, they know the number of cases in the particular area. So all the family members' numbers they are collecting from that corporation office, and they are making a call to any one of the family members. And if they are having any kind of doubt, they can clarify. And these systems are initiated with the help of the students. And now American College students are nearly 15 to 20 students are taken up. And today the corporation commissioner requested, they are asking more than 150 members for that counseling, providing that. So the preventive measures are taken. When we have the proper plan, we can able to counter the COVID-19 anxiety. The next one is time management. Here, why we have to manage time. As we all know that the COVID-19 mild, moderate, and severe. Time management is more precious for the severe level. And when you look at that WhatsApp or when you look at that news, the number of death cases, the reason is very simple. The people, they know that they are having that difficulty in health component, but they are not seeking medical medication for the illness. When they delay that taking the medicines, and that lead them, very important. That's why time management is very important. That's why they are insisting. We have to come forward and then say that yes, I'm having the health complications. When you delay the time, and there is a high chances are that the number of people are I think when you look at that your family and the friend circle, and there are many WhatsApp groups maybe there. I still remember the last year I can put once in a month or twice in a month. So that is the way we will put it. But in a single day, I still remember in one official group, we put it 4 RIP, question piece for 4 members in a day. So the second wave is highly effective. So we have to inform the people, manage the time. That will help them to feel that they can come out from the anxiety. The next important thing is there are one person is called Jacobson. Jacobson's progressive muscle relaxation technique is based on that theory that there is a connection between body and mind. You can change your body, you can able to change your mind. When you change your mind, you can able to change your body. So when we all the muscles are joined, when you do the pressure and when you relax it in a systematically, and all the physical muscles we feel very relaxed. When we feel relaxed in our physical component, and we also feel relaxed in our mind. So when the person comes and he can do this relaxation, and the simple things, you can sit in a place in a chair or in a place more comfortable, okay, and just touch you, just feel the pressure in your face. Tighten or count 1, 2, 3, and then loosen. release it. And we had an earlier in our presentation itself, a dedicated session for progressive muscle relaxation. Progressive muscle relaxation we had in our presentation earlier. And there we discussed step-by-step process. Tighten your muscles and then just loosen. When we tight and then release it and then we feel relaxed. When we do for all set of phases from head to toe, all the muscles, when you give this contraction and then release, and we feel relaxed. Not only a physical compound, we feel more relaxed in the mind. And that is an easiest way for relaxation technique. The anxiety patients, the most effective strategy is on relaxation. After breathing, we can encourage these things. And the next one is the people with COVID-19 anxiety having that negative self-talk. Ask them to watch. When we watch them, most of the thoughts are negative thoughts. This is the time we have to ask the people to challenge the negative thought. Challenge the negative thought instead of focusing on the people who are dead. And when we take that statistics, how many percentage of people who are got into COVID-19 are no more? It is nearly 1 to 3% only. 1 to 3%. When we create this awareness, we can come to know that okay, there are many people are alive, and we have to change the thought process. We have to change the thought process. When we make a change in that negative thought to positive thought, and we can able to minimize the anxiety level in the person. And so this is a common thing they will say that when every one of us we are having. Yes. Is that okay? Now you can get all the slides in your WhatsApp group. So there are some people are saying that when we have the worry time and when we practice, when we tune our mind in a way, a particular time for worry time. After that, you should not worry. When we tune in a way and we are not prone to that anxiety level. There is another strategy you can do that. The best way counter that anxiety during this pandemic and crisis time is mindfulness. Do one activity at a time. Earlier, you may be multitasking and you do, there are many activities, but what you can do right now, you can do only one activity, mindfulness. Mindfulness, do one activity at a time. Mindfulness breathing, mindfulness eating, mindfulness walking. Do it. What are the things you do that involved in that one? When you do such a thing, you count that you are blocking that unwanted sensory inputs. That is the easiest way we can focus and we are not prey for the negative thoughts. And visual imagery, as in the beginning itself, as I said, visual imagery, instead of thinking about the negative in that component, you can think about that positivity. Suppose you are getting into the COVID-19. Okay, there are many people are struggling and you are coming out from that. How you are coming out? You just thinking, imagine yourself. How strong you are. When you feel these things and then that will happen in your life. What we think that will become. Not said by me, even Buddha and almost all the philosophers have said. When we have the time, instead of focusing on that, okay, the negative component, focus, just change your thought into positive. Visual imagery, replace with that negative with positive one. And listen music. Yes, there are many studies were proven that even the plants and animals having that improve their health component by listening to music. And during this time, there are certain music will boost you that give energy to you. You know that when you listen a particular song, you will get more energy. You can listen that music. And sometimes if we feel that we feel very down, don't listen that music. You can just listen out and record it in your mobile phone and then use the headphone to listen the music. And some people, I still remember the people who are listening for more than 1 hour or 2 hours, they feel headache. So that also you have to keep in your mind. For these things, you can use as to counter that anxiety. When you feel anxiety, you take the particular songs, the melody or whatever it may be, you can take it and then listen and then counter that anxiety. And exercise. Anxiety, not only exercise, move your body, whatever it may be. When we do that, when you get a sweating, that means endorphin will be secreted. Maybe 10 minutes. When you feel more anxious, do the exercise. During that time, we will not move forward or we cannot come forward for doing the exercise. And this is the time what you can do that you can practice exercise and keep in your mind. Endorphin will be secreted and you are having that resilience to counter the pain. The pain tolerance level will be increased in you. The best way, and when you look at, you can go to that, I downloaded, as I said in the beginning itself, 8 workbook I downloaded for COVID-19. On all the 8 books, the one thing irrespective of that material from the different university, World Health Organization, UNICEF, and Harvard University, and NIMANS, there are many sources I collected, and all these material are insisted exercise and primary component, and they put the exercise for yoga or for stretching or meditation. These are the board very commonly I can find it. That means it's very important. This is the right time. If you are not having that practice of regular practice of doing the exercise, hereafter you can schedule. Some people will say that I'm not having time for doing the exercise. This is the time with COVID-19 can make it the regular practice, and when you do for consistently in every day, and that will, you can see the changes, not immediately, but definitely you can see a lot of changes. And when we are lonely, I still remember those who are caught COVID-19 and they were in a mild COVID camp. There are separate camps will be there. When they were there, they can play indoor game and outdoor games also. I still remember when you watch the movie, when you watch the television news, the mild level of COVID patients are playing cricket. Mostly it is happening in the college campus only. Almost the mild cases are put it in a college campus, and where I can find out they can do outdoor games or indoor games. They can play any games, whatever they like, and they can play games. Why they have to do that? If they are not doing, if they are not engaging with other members of the game, and these negative thoughts will come. To stop those things, we can engage ourselves by different things. And jacking is practically not possible. Those who are having facility like walking, the same place, like if you are in an NCC, you can do the walking from that place itself. From the where you are there, you can move your mouth, and then whole body can just make a shaking, and that way you can do that. Just walking, when you do these things, instead of those people are saying that I'm not having the space for doing exercise, you can do at least 30 minutes of walk. That's enough. That's enough. And relax. Like meditation, you feel relaxed. I think you sit in a quiet place. Sometimes when you are in a mild level of COVID-19, and if you are admitted in the hospital, and you can find out in a single room, you can find out 2 persons, or maybe in a hall, you can find out more than 20 to 30 beds will be there. It is easy. A small sound may create an anxiety and anger in that person. And when you train yourself, control your brain for relaxing yourself, and you can able to just divert those anger stimulating things into another aside. So try to learn relaxing in a place, so you can watch your breathing, or you can relax by reading your books, listening to music, whatever the relaxation technique you can do, you can just adapt it. And this is a time, there are almost all the, recently I was attended one of the NIMANS program, and they said that, and when the people come to know that the person having the COVID-19, they stop to contact the person. That is the biggest mistake they are doing. That is the time you have to make a call, more and more calls to the person. Just make a call to them and then talk to them. Don't worry, we are here with you. When they hear these words, that will motivate them. I can say that nowadays mobile phones are with almost all the people, and this is the right time you can talk to your friends. They are affected, or it may be on family members, and they feel more comfortable, they can quickly come out from the place. And mobile phone, you can watch any comedy shows or humorous shows. If you like any kind of, if in your regional languages, you can watch the humorous shows. That will make you feel release oxytocin. That will make us to counter that anxiety. And this is for general one. We have to get an expert opinion. Expert opinion here, as I said, state telemedicine centers are there. There are many telemedicine centers are there in Madurai Corporation, Madurai Collectorate, and I'm saying that as per my knowledge. In Tamil Nadu level, in India level, there are many places are there. We can find out that toll-free numbers. We can Google it, or they can say the COVID-19 war rooms. In that, they given the contact numbers. Mostly it is a toll-free number. You can just make a call to them, and then when you contact them, you will get an export. I still remember a person, I think clock fungus, who after the COVID-19 treatment, they come to know that after taking that scanning, and it was reported through the expert opinion only, and she's the doctor, Dr. Bhuvaneswari, and she told me that immediately where you can get a medication for next. And she told me that for her to reach the hospital take another 3 hours, and she prescribed some medicine. And before when you are traveling, you can use this medicine. And she contacted that local GH, Rajaji Hospital, and they directed her, and now she's safe. And this is the time. Don't rely on the people. And mostly, I still remember there are many people in social media. The people who come out from that COVID-19, they are getting that solution from them. They don't know. They, as in the beginning itself, Manikoli madam told that each person has a unique strategy. For that person, some medication they may take, it may be cure for them. And here, the person may have that intensity and other tablet may vary. So instead of going to getting input from that, the people who are come out from the COVID-19, we can directly contact the people those are in the medical field. And they are the right person who can give that input. And this is the time we can help others. Volunteering, it may be anything. If you are a COVID-19 patient, my level, you want to engage yourself, what you can do that, you can volunteer and you can go on top with the other person who feel more anxious. Don't worry, I'm also got into that. And the people who are come out from the anxiety also, you can go further. Or else, those are having their anxiety, even though they are not got into COVID-19, what you can go for volunteering for promoting awareness about vaccination. So these are the strategies we can adapt. That is the way we can engage our things. And next one is stop thought technique. When the negative thoughts are coming, we like a traffic police signal, they are having to stop. Likewise, whenever the negative thoughts come, you can put a symbol called stop symbol, and it may think that it is going out. It's controlling for that. You have to imagine when it's like a visualization technique only, but we are using that symbols here. So stop the negative thought. Cognitive restructuring. Whenever you feel that, just listen the word what you are using when you are anxious. The more and more negative words are using, I think all know that there is a person called Barbara Fredrickson. And she is the one said that a person who got into negative experiences or negative emotions the day, the beginning of the day, downward spiral. She said that rod and bill theory. Rod and bill theory means when we get one positive thing and the whole day we feel more positive. At the same time, when we get into one negative thing, the whole day will get into all the negative compounds. So we can replace with that, even though if you are having the negative thing, you can close your eyes, replace with that positive thing, and reconstruct by yourself, and you can imagine that the today is going to be better day. Positive affirmation, you can use it. Okay. And you can distract yourself. When you have that anxiety, then something is there, you can distract yourself by you can do any kind of activity. Maybe you can talk with others, you can make a call to others, you can walk, read a books, whatever, just distract instead of focusing on the particular thing. When we do that activity we like, maybe eating, whatever it may be, what are the things we like, to divert from that topic. That is a way you can do that. And here is an amazing thing. You can also see there is a plant in front of me. There are 3-4 plants are here, and then when we see the nature, the greens, best way, there are a number of studies, you can Google it. After my session, you can just Google it. The relationship between nature and anxiety. Nature cures anxiety. When the people are in they are in a more closed natural environment, they are experiencing less level of anxiety. And the people who are living in that away from the nature, and they are experiencing more depression and anxiety. Not said by me, there are many researches that carried out, and they found these answers. So even though you are in an urbanized area, what you can do that, you can do the indoor planting, indoor gardening. I think we had a session with Vidya ma'am, and she did amazingly how you can, what are the plants you can have that indoor, that will give more access. So that you can try please, and meditate at least 2 minutes, like breathing. Meditation is, you all know that in the those are having the belief system and different culture having different meditation. Irrespective of religion, as per my knowledge, almost all the religion they are having the meditation, and the name may be varied. For the particular practice, the name may be varied. And Buddhism, they are using Zen meditation and other like in Buddhism, in one more branch, they are saying that Tretaka. There are many kind of meditations are there. What you are going to do that, just it may be, you can close your eyes, you can chant your particular word, whatever it may be. You can continuously you can say that thing and you feel that more positive. Do the meditation at least 2 minutes to counter that anxiety. Mantras. Religious, we have the religious belief. We are not an atheist. We can practice mantras and that will help us to, that gives additional power energy to you. With that energy, you feel that you can fight against anxiety. And reading books. And if you are having the faith on religious component, you can read the spiritual and the religious books. And if you are not having it, you can read general books also, the motivational books. And that those books, when we read, they are engaging, we can divert that thought process. Instead of focusing on the anxiety component, anxiety area, we get focusing and diverting into that other area. And another thing is, what are the things that create an anxiety? Okay, when the person hears the news about the anxiety, we have to distract that. We have to avoid those things. So these awareness training need to be given to all the people. When the people are come to know that the particular information, when they see the particular news are creating more anxiety, and we have to inform them, we have to away from those people. This is very, very important. There are many people, they think that now anxiety is I'm getting particular reason. No, the reason is here. The person may not aware about the trigger for the anxiety. When they know that they are not going near to the trigger. For example, if you touch the fire, that will experience the bitter experiences. Same thing, you have to teach the person, create an awareness about the person. What are the triggers are there for anxiety? Positive affirmation. You can use any kind of affirmation. I given some of them are here. You can Google it, you can get it. Any number of charts are available. You can take any one of the affirmations, you can practice. That is the way I am the more happiest person. And this thing will not spoil me, it will not drag me anywhere else. I can counter this COVID-19 anxiety. I have more power than anybody else. So these are the words you can say to yourself. When we say these things, and there are studies are there, unconscious mind that will have a huge power than the conscious mind, not said by me. And the iceberg model given by Sigmund Freud and other followers of him, and they started their own school like Carl Rogers and Alfred Adler also believe that we have to train these things. When we do that, it is easy for us to counter the anxiety. And another, the first time itself, and the beginning itself, a person said, accept the reality. Yes. The reality means there are many fake news are there. When you listen to that, that's not a reality. Reality is, you just read the number of people who are got to COVID-19. How many people are got into COVID-19? And how many people are come out from that anxiety? When you take the statistics, it is saying that more number of people. Why people are not come forward for taking the vaccination? Because they are more anxious. There is one actor, Vivek, after taking the vaccination, very next day he was no more. And do you know that still I remember in my family, when I said that I'm going to take a vaccine, my mother called thrice and 4 times. She told me that don't take that. Don't take that. And I see, and the influence the media which made, even though there is the people from that medical field, they come forward and they said that, and his death is not due to that vaccination, because of his medical complications. I still remember There are many people who said that there is no such a virus, and those people are affected in the second wave. There are social media. I know that they are the strongly condemn this thing, and it is an forgery. Something someone is doing nonsense, and there is no such a viruses. And the people who commented very strongly in the second wave, they were hospitalized, and when they come back, and they personally put a message in that social media. Yes, the beginning days, I never believed these things, but now when I get into that, having the bitter experiences, I request all my friends, if possible, I will share that link also, after hiding the name of the person. This happened, accept the reality. And one thing is, I used to say to many of the persons, what is the thing that create more anxiety? In the place we can find out more people are talking about negatively, then we will get an anxiety. The environment is something such a thing that will create more anxiety. Change the place. You can go to somewhere else. If you are in a rural area and don't have the chit chat with other members, go to that your field. You can just walk there and then you can maintain your households. What are the things you can do that? You can do such activities that will dilute your things, and that is the best way you can do that. And talk to the right person. There are many people, there are many associations like here. Tamil Nadu Career Counselor Association, Tamil Nadu Counselor Association. There are many associations there. You can just find out their contact numbers. There are many volunteers out there. You can make a call to them and get a right inputs for your anxiety and how they can manage their anxiety. And the beginning itself, the person who said that sleep is very important. You can just check watch your sleep pattern. And if you are having more disturbed sleep, that means you are having more anxiety. But that anxiety leads to stress and then depression. So the beginning itself, you can just tackle that anxiety level by having the proper sleep pattern. And the negative coping mechanism to counter the anxiety and stress is going for alcohol intake or coffee intake. But it may have that particular period. For example, 10% it may make you calm, very normal. But after some time, it will make you more bounce back to that. Instead of 10%, the person may experience 100% of anxiety. So these are the negative coping mechanism. Even some people are suggesting that is the best one. Don't rely on that. That will track you, and it may be in another addiction level. You are more prone to that addictions. So stay away from that. And when you're anxious, these are the things I still remember when a childhood, my teacher used to tell me, even my parents also, close your eyes and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Or you can reverse counting also, you can do that. When we do these things, just that we are not focusing on the triggers. We have to accept this time what we cannot be able to change and what we cannot be able to control. We have to understand that we cannot control everything. Overthinking will not help us anything. So there is an worry cycle is there. If you have the worry, you find out the answer. You can able to overcome that. No. And so if you can overcome, we are worrying. If you are not overcome, then there is no use of worrying at all. So that these things we have to make it understand that worrying will not have any impact in a person, and it will not make any change it will not move any single thing in your household. Maintain positive attitude, and there are some people are against this positive thing, and I can say that positive energy is totally different from positive attitude. Being positive is very important. There are studies carried out by Barbara Fredrickson itself. She said that having positive emotions are very important. Among the 10 core positive emotions, and she classified gratitude is the mother of all the positive emotions. At least you can practice gratitude. Okay, what you can do that, appreciate others, acknowledge others. Okay, say thank you to the person who helped you. So these are things you can take in that positive attitude. And use aromatherapy. There are certain things that will make more calm the person. Understand that which aroma will make the person calm, and use those things. And you can put it down your emotions in a paper. What are the things that cause for your anxiety, you can write it down. And when you do that thing and you feel that, okay, you are just releasing your anxiety thoughts into somewhere else, and you feel more relaxed. That that practice also helps the person more effectively and be assertive. And this is the time, as I said, we are more confident, more self-esteem. And recently, I presented one of the presentations where I found that the people with low self-esteem, low self-confidence, that people are more prone for anxiety disorders. So that's why you have to be more assertiveness. There are many assertiveness techniques are there. You can stand in front of the mirror and then think about that you are the best. You are the confident person. You can able to make any kind of changes that you can say to yourself. That is the thing you can do. And as I said, build self-esteem. Very, very important. The people with less self-esteem or high chances are there, they can having the fear leads them to death. So increase the self-esteem and routine practices of meditation. It may be 1 or 2 minutes. It may be, and they are saying that if you are having that, most of the time you are spending with screen time, 20, 20, 20. Every 20 minutes, 2 minutes, you can take a break. You can do that in self-medication. You must have a support group. The friends group you must have. It may be a WhatsApp group or it may be something where you can interact with other members. And don't have the overactivity. Activity leads anxiety. And some researchers were found that in your home, if everything is organized, the person will not feel anxiety. And check in the person, ask them, the anxiety is there, you ask the person to, all the clutters may be there, ask them to arrange in a way and they can overcome the anxiety. Limit exposure to more information, unnecessary information. When the WhatsApp tutorials and other things, they are spreading almost all. If you take that out of 100 news, you can find out 70 to 80% are fake news. Even there are well-educated people are doing that. And being healthy, take the diet, that you can do that. And guided imagery, there are Raj Yoga, and there are many kind of yoga you can do that, where the directions will be given to you, and you have to follow the directions. Just simple thing. And when you, in the YouTube itself, you can find out there are many things that can change your lifestyle. And earlier we may not given the priority to that, cleaning your places, and now this is the time, sanitize. Sanitize the places wherever you touch and wherever if you go somewhere else and come back, you can sanitize the places. And this was the strategy we discussed. I hope I given the inputs regarding that various strategies we can adopt to counter the anxiety we can experience. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I send that feedback link in your chat box, and that is used. We can use for your e-certificate also. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will give the answer for you. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Sir, from Chennai. Sir, you are told about sleeping, right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I've heard people saying that I'm not able to sleep at all. What shall I do for that? Like, I want to reduce my anxiety, but still, if I'm sleeping, I'm like more anxious. I get up in the very early morning, like 3 o'clock or midnight, 2 o'clock. What can I do for sleeping? They're asking. Sir. What can we do for that?
For those people, you can go for gratitude journaling. If they are not getting to sleep, ask them to do the gratitude journaling or ask them to read the books. And these were the strategies you can adapt. Engage them. There are gratitude practice itself. There are many strategies out there. They can take any one of the strategy. And during that time, they can remember such a people who helped them and ask them to write a mail to the persons or make a call to them. And if they feel when they notice themselves and they can find out the pain in their body, they can go for stretching exercises. Stretching exercise, and they do the simple yoga protocol, and they can able to come out from that.
Sir, and also once again, sir, will music be helpful at night, sir? Like listening to very pleasant, only
No.
music alone, sir?
Definitely, there is a certain raga. I don't know the name of the raga. That when we listen the particular raga music, and we will easily get into sleep. And you can Google it. I hope you can get the answer. But I'm not expert in that. But I still remember some of the. I like certain songs in Ilayaraja music. When we listen 3 to 4 songs, I will get into sleep. And that we can suggest. Or else I can one more thing. I think we all know that when we are sleeping, we are having that there are different brain waves are there. Right? Alpha, beta, delta, and theta, and REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. These are the pattern of sleep. So when the person getting into sleep, when we activate the brain waves from externally, and we can induce the sleep in a person, that you can make it. There are many apps are there, and where the hertz will be released, and that will make the person to more comfortable. They can move to the next level of sleeping.
Thank you so much.
So good
Yes,
evening. Can I just add on to whatever you said?
Yes, yes.
There's a rag, if I can, this one, I think it's Neelambari, which is supposed to make the gods sleep. So if I really don't know if that can be used to make others sleep also. So Neelambari is one good ragam to, make people sleep.
Sorry for the interruption, ma'am. Can I please know like where we do get this particular Neelambari Ragam thing from YouTube or something?
Yes. You can go to YouTube. You can get that. Yes.
Yeah,
it's a very
today only-
popular.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Got many songs. There are many songs in Neelambari Ragam. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Today only I come to know that there is a ragam. Neelambari is a ragam for sleep. Thank you. I learned
Yes,
today.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes. No problem.
How
sir.
to
Most
control
welcome.
nervousness. Yes. And how to control aggressiveness and nervousness. Shankar, there is a question from Shankar. See, anger management, there are different area, and we had an earlier session, you can take that. For nervousness is connected to the anxiety. Today, almost all the techniques we presented here, you can use to take care of your nervousness. You can manage your anxiety, all the techniques you can take. You can check one by one. If it is not one technique is not working, go to the next one, other technique you can use it. Yes. And if there is no more questions, I can now invite Dr. Salim Akbar for vote of thanks. Sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh, sir. It was a very wonderful presentation. You really explained very well about anxiety. It is our physical response to the dread, and it is very shocked to hear that the level of percentage depression and anxiety during the pandemic and before that 15 to 40% is very high. So, and almost 29 to 72% the increasing during the pandemic period. It was the shocking to hear. So everyone has to do some strategies to reduce the anxiety, as you said. And there are a lot of practical methods and strategy you very well explained, like self-talk and time management, particularly progressive muscle relaxation techniques. And then practicing the negative things, and thinking positive, and anxiety awareness training. We are giving through the webinar, we are giving awareness and the same thing, and practicing affirmation statement. There are a lot like connecting with the nature and the music. These are the practical strategies to come out from the percentage, because almost it's becoming trouble. 30 to 72% means it's not a joke. So everyone has to be aware, and then they have to be ready, and they should avoid the anxiety. So it was a very wonderful session, sir. We learned a lot today, particularly about the strategies. It will be very useful, and I believe that all the participants they can practice couple of these things, whatever suitable for them. Not only them, they can transfer this knowledge to their parents, their families, as well as their friends also. This strategy, it will be helpful to the society to overcome this anxiety level. Thank you, sir. So on behalf of, I would like to thank you, American College of Madurai and the Red Pond Education and Psychological Institute, Madurai, and MS Chellamuthi Institute, Madurai, and Madras School of Social Work, Chennai, and Psycho-Oncological Association, Turkey. And from the participant side, I would like to thank you very much, sir. So thank you, Ondal. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, one question. One last question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir, what is the best therapy for trait anxiety? For treating trait anxiety?
Well, voice is here.
Sir, what is the best therapy for treating trait anxiety? Trait anxiety.
Trait anxiety. Okay. State and trait anxiety. That's really
Yes.
good question here. Sir, actually, anxiety disorder is totally different from what we are talking here. The person, a certain personality, the personality itself, they are more anxious. What we can say that neuroticism. It is a personality type. Okay. We can find out the family members, they understand that, okay, this person is a neurotic and we can behave in a way to overcome such a thing. And for that, we have to correct the personalities are not here. This technique will not work for such a people.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Sir, one book
Yes.
is available in our Malayalam language.
Okay, okay.
This is related to music therapy.
Oh.
Raga Chikitsamritam, the name.
Fine, sir. Fine. Great to
I'll
know
search
that.
anything is related to English, I'll be forward.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the explanation.
Sir, Nilambari Ragam is
Yes, Nilambari Ragam. You can get it in YouTube, I think so. That is an album. And it's
In Carnatic, sir.
Okay. Thank you all. We'll meet again tomorrow with a wonderful session with Dr. Vidya. Thank you.